Visiting a zoo is such a wonderful experience for children and adults. The keeping of animals in zoos is oftentimes a controversial subject, and many feel that zoos are a harmful way to exhibit and maintain certain animal species. When in fact, zoos are a perfectly safe environment for certain species for health and security reasons, for educating the public, and also the conservation of species. The zoos serve as a health and security for animals simply because certain animals out in the wild at times can become harmed or injured. The zoo, along with certain professionals, go out into the wild and they find certain animals that are injured or at risk of becoming endangered, and they take that animal and they take them to the zoo and they nurse them back to health, and they put them in a habitat that the animal is familiar with, which promotes its healing process, and the animal begins to feel secure again. And later on, the zoo can release the animal back into its natural habitat. Therefore, it does not destroy any part of that animal's species or the animal's security or risk association. Under the Association of Zoo and Aquariums, there are certain commissions and standards that a zoo has to uphold. A zoo has to maintain a certain level of health care and security for all animals. Animals must get their vaccinations. They must be secure within their own natural habitat. The Association of Zoo and Aquariums comes in under a board of commissions. There are over 6,000 professionals within this organization that go out into certain zoos that are registered within the association, and they check and make sure that adequate health care records and adequate habitats are maintained for certain animal species. Zoos serve as an educational resource for children and adults as far as educating them on how a species may live out in their natural habitat. Within zoos, outside individuals come in and they observe this animal within its own environment. They observe the way that it eats, interacts with other animals. Most of the time, a zoo will only let that particular species interact within its own species. They will never intermix certain species together, so therefore you still maintain that certain level of security for all of the zoo animals. Under the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, they also promote a high level of conservation. They believe that in order to conserve a species, you must maintain the health and security of the animal, and you also must promote reproduction of a species that is on the brink of extinction. So, within the Board of Commissions again, the Association of Zoos and Aquariums make sure that conservative methods are made when an animal is in danger of becoming extinct. There is also the Association of Zookeepers, the American Association of Zookeepers. This is a nonprofit organization that zookeepers, as professionals, can become registered under, and therefore this helps them retain more education on legislation, local laws, state laws, and other ways in which they can promote a better understanding of how they can serve their community and be of a service within the zoo that they are working in. It's a great opportunity for the zookeeper to give back to a zoo by coming involved with the American Association for Zookeepers. It promotes the well-being of animals also that are kept within zoos and aquariums. So as we analyze all of the information, we realize that a zoo is a way of harboring The security and the health and educating the community. It promotes conservation. These are all such wonderful, wonderful ways in which we can help animals. We help endangered species. We help an animal that's hurt. We help an animal that's sick. We take animals that may be lost all alone. We take them in to the zoos and we nurse them back and we let them live within their habitat. And it's not permanent. A lot of individuals believe that this is permanent. It's not permanent for all of the animals kept in a zoo. Many of the animals are only nursed back to good health, and then they are happily released back within their natural habitat to live and reproduce, and therefore we have to understand a zoo's purpose. The zoo's purpose is not to just close an animal in behind bars. The zoo is a way to promote health, security, education, and conservation. I thank you for your time, and are there any questions?
No.
Thank you.